Welcome to Rare Photos, a channel of rare and significant photographs from around the world. Join us to explore and discover the beauty of history through these exclusive and rarely seen photographs. In the fire station of the Californian city of Livermore, there hangs an electric bulb with a power of 4 watts, which has been almost continuously working since 1901. It has only been extinguished a few times during power outages and twice during moves. Currently, the Centennial Light is under the supervision of the Special Centennial Light Committee and other local organizations. According to the plan of the Livermore Fire Department, the bulb will continue to burn until it burns out. In the 1960s, the owner of a Milan-based window glazing company gave every boy in the neighborhood a new slingshot to celebrate the company's anniversary. The gift was accompanied by his business card with the inscription, "With gratitude for our long-standing partnership." In 1919, in Boston, at the Purity Distilling Company plant that produced alcohol, a huge tank of caramel molasses burst. At that time, molasses was widely used to produce ethanol. The wave of molasses, ranging from 2.5 to 4.5 meters high, flooded the adjacent streets to a height of 1 meter and destroyed several houses. The pressure of the molasses was so great that it shifted a freight train off its tracks. 21 people and several horses died in the viscous mass, and about 150 people were hospitalized with injuries. The tank was not rebuilt, and now a baseball field is located in its place. According to the Bostonians, even now, on hot days, the scent of caramel can still be smelled from the old houses. American Olympic swimming champion Mark Spitz was famous for his iconic mustache. According to Spitz himself, once the coach of the Soviet national team asked if his mustache slowed down his movement in the water. The athlete jokingly replied that, on the contrary, the mustache diverted water from his mouth, helping his body become more streamlined and ultimately increasing his speed. The following year, Spitz saw all the Soviet swimmers with mustaches at the next international competition. Rare photo of North Korean leader Kim Il-sung showing a swelling on his neck. Photographers were prohibited from taking pictures of the right side of his face. End of the 1980s. Inventor Thomas Edison in the 1880s worked on electrification systems for American cities, but he could not transmit direct current beyond a few blocks. His competitor, George Westinghouse, with Nikola Tesla as a consultant, achieved great success using alternating current, but Edison actively opposed its spread, calling it the killer current. At the same time, a special commission was searching for a device for the most humane execution, and Edison recommended Westinghouse's alternating current machine for this purpose, thus contributing to the invention of the electric chair. On April 15, 1987, 7 million children suddenly disappeared in the United States. This was the last day of the tax declaration campaign. According to rules introduced that year, taxpayers had to provide the Social Security numbers of all dependents. Before 1987, this was optional, and many Americans listed non-existent children to save on payments. In 1958, American students decided to measure the length of the Harvard Bridge using one of their company, a student named Oliver Smoot, who was moved farther and farther in a lying position, making marks with paint. The total length of the bridge was 364.4 smoots and 1 ear, and 1 smoot unit is approximately 170 centimeters. After the bridge was reconstructed in 1988, the city authorities erased all the markings that the students constantly updated. However, the police intervened, who found it convenient to report incidents on the bridge using smoots as a reference point, and the markings were restored. Oliver Smoot himself, during his career, went on to lead the International Organization for Standardization, ISO. The remains of the imperial family in Yekaterinburg, 1998. At the Washington National Cathedral, you can see the head of Darth Vader. This became possible thanks to a contest for children for the best decoration of the western towers of the cathedral, in which a sculpture project of this Star Wars character won. Blanche Monnier, a French girl, before and after being discovered in the room where she had been secretly imprisoned for 25 years. It all started when she fell in love with a man that her family did not approve of. However, Blanche declared that she intended to marry him no matter what. But after that, the girl disappeared. Everyone around assumed that she had run away from home. Neighbors believed so for 25 years. But one day, one of them called the police, reporting that he had seen a woman in chains in the neighboring house. The police burst into the Monnier family's home and indeed found Blanche. At that time, she weighed about 25 kilograms. As it turned out, her mother had kept her imprisoned all these years to prevent her from entering an undesirable marriage. The story ended tragically for both. Blanche's mother died in prison and the daughter in a mental institution. British Punk brings flowers to Kensington Palace on the occasion of the death of the People's Princess Diana, London, UK. The death of Diana was met with an extraordinary display of public mourning, and her funeral at Westminster Abbey on September 6, 1997, attracted around 3 million mourners and onlookers in London, and a television audience of 2.5 billion people around the world. The funeral was shown in 200 countries in 44 languages. In a sign of mourning and condolences, more than 1 million bouquets of flowers were left by people at Kensington Palace, her home in London. Flowers covered the entire area in front of the palace. By September 10th, piles of flowers on Kensington Garden Street had reached a depth of 1.5 meters in places. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill smoked no fewer than 15 cigars daily. Walt Disney in front of the sketch of the first Disneyland in the world, USA, 1954. Thanks for joining us on this journey through time. Let us know in the comments which photo was your favorite. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more exclusive and rarely seen photographs from history. Thanks for watching.